Fight fans, welcome back to Carl Prusa MMA. Today, I got top prospect. He is getting ready, fighting Fury FC 121, July 19th. He's taking on UFC vet Cameron Smotherman. They call him Crack. He is Mr. Jay Aldarete. Jay, what's up, my friend? How are you?
What up, brother? I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing good, brother. You know, you've become one of the favorite top guys on the regional scene as of late, especially over in Fury by pitting up great performance after great performance. Last time out, knocked out Will Hughes, first round, April 12th. One thing about you, man, you're so much fun to watch. You're a complete entertainer when you get in the cage. How much pride do you take in your fighting style?
Oh, I take a lot of pride in my fighting style. No, I feel like I definitely feel like not unbeatable, but I know how hard I work and how long I've done this. To I'm not gonna lose. I'm not gonna put myself in a position to lose. If I'm gonna lose, I'm gonna have to get slept, or I get caught in a deep submission. Like that's the only way, dog. Because I'm not gonna get outworked. We work too hard over at Next Level. My dad, he pushes me so much. So it's like, man, I'm ready. I'm ready for this fight, dog.
You know, you mentioned you train over in Texas. So many great guys in the UFC from the state of Texas. Obviously, you got Michael Aswell now. You know, you got Joshua Van now, Kevin Holland, Derek Lewis. I mean, the names go on and on here. What is it about the state of Texas in fighting?
Them boys from down south, they know how to throw down. You know what it is.
Absolutely, man. So many people are watching this sport in this day and age, and I think
Mm.
people, get caught up and see the McGregors and the Joneses. They see the fame, the fortune, they see the girls, the spotlight. Battling out on the regional scene, man, you're not making Conor McGregor money. You're staying up late, you're waking up early, you're sacrificing everything maybe to get that next level. You've been doing this for a while, you've had great success, you sacrifice every day. Why do you do it?
I was born into it. I mean, I started training when I was 4, and I mean, I've done other sports growing up, like while still training, and nothing else worked out for me besides this. And I mean, I stopped going to school so I can fight full time. School was just too hard. Like, I wouldn't even say it was too hard. It was too hard for me to fight and do school. And like, I was not trying to go to school. Like, I think I made my amateur debut at 17. So I stopped going to school after my sophomore year. And I mean, I made my amateur debut at 17, and it was just like consistent. Like every other month I got to fight, you know? I fought February, April, June, September. Like that's all back to back to back. And I mean, why I fight though is like I was born into it, I was molded. Now, if I was asked if I had what was my reason, I have a daughter, so that's definitely my reason. Got a mouth to feed, so not only mine, and then man, I like having fun, so you can't have fun without money. You gotta have money, so and fighting, I know my style and the way I walk, the way I talk, the way I fight. I just come on. I gotta make a lot of cash one day. Out of this, that's what you gotta expect. Pockets fat, build a legacy while you're in it. But the main goal is the cash at the end, you know?
You know, you mentioned your dad pushing you in training camp. What's it like doing this with your dad?
I was just thinking about that like earlier today. I was like, damn, I went through everything with him, you know? Like he's right there every day, like at training. We do a morning session together. If I don't go hit something with another fighter, but we'll do a morning session and then I'm back with him at night training again. So it's like we're getting at least like 4 to 6 hours a day of training, just me and him together, on top of my other workouts and training sessions. So it's just like I'm blessed that it's my dad right there. I'm blessed that it's my dad because there's no other man that I would I'd rather have right there by my side, walking through all this, you know?
Absolutely. The life of fighting, it's like a roller coaster. There's highs, there's lows to this sport.
Oh
For
yeah.
you, how do you think you have grown and evolved as a person from competing in martial arts?
Well, I think I grew up uh, pretty fast because in this game there's there's not very many people my age, you know, and I started very young. So I stuck through it. Me and my dad were talking about this today. Like I stuck through, and now look at the opportunity that came. You know, I there's times that I wanted to quit, but I didn't want to fight no more. It was like just too much with I just had a kid and everything. It was like, you know, t- uh, it was tough times, but I had to dig deep. And just the moments like those where when you hit rock bottom, like you gotta dig your way out. I'm not gonna stay down there. Like, dog, I gotta stay active, you know. I'm a father now, so it's like I'm a father every time I'm with my daughter. You know, I'm a fighter whenever I'm out there. But it's like now I'm full time fighting a father, so you know.
You mentioned your age is kind of crazy. Only 19 years old, 5-0 as a pro. And the crazy part of it is, like, when me and so many people first started watching this, it was like 20, 25 years ago. The sport wasn't legal everywhere in all states. A lot of times, and guys didn't even start getting into this until their mid 20s, 30s. And here you are, you're a perfect example of someone starting to train 4 or 5 years old, doing jujitsu since you were in diapers, competing at a young age. Now, not even 21, already 5 pro fights. For you, is it cool to see how the sport has evolved?
Bro, it's crazy how the sport's evolved. It's crazy. Like, look, you wanna hear something crazy? This fight coming up, I'm fighting Cameron Smotherman. I saw Cameron Smotherman fight since his second professional fight. And what is he? 12, 13, and 6? Like, well, he's got like 20 fights. So I've seen 18 of his fights. I literally seen him grow up through Fury, get pushed to the UFC, got into UFC. Now he's cut. Same thing happened to me. I went through Fury, all my amateur fights, all my pro fights, and then now I'm the top guy in the promotion at 135, and he's coming out of the show, and we clashed. So shit, we clashed July 19th.
So pretty crazy news. This just came out here like today. You were going to take on Lorenzo Carter. Now you're taking on Cameron Smotherman. You mentioned a guy straight fresh out of the UFC. Where were you when you got the phone call that this was going to be the opponent? And what was initially going through your head?
It's about 8 a.m. I'm um I'm asleep, and my phone is like getting like blown up or whatever, and I pick it up and it's my dad, and I'm like half asleep. I'm like, "Yo, what's up?" He's like, "Your opponent pulled out," and I was like, "Bruh." I was like, I didn't really know what to say. I was so tired. I was like, "Bruh, now what?" He's like, "Well, they offered someone else," and I'm just like, "Who?" And he's like, "Cameron Smotherman," and I'm like, "Cameron Smotherman?" And he was like, "Yes. Do you want to take it or not? So I can call Eric back." And I was like, I just sat up real quick and I was like, "Cameron Smotherman? Fuck yeah, bro! I would love to beat the fuck out of someone who just got out of the UFC. You know what I mean?" So I was turned. Like, I woke up instantly after I realized who he said. I was like, "Oh yeah, this is my shot right here." You know what I mean? And I'm prepared. I'm prepared. I know I'm prepared. So it's gonna be a good one.
From the audience point of view, I mean, this is kind of a dream matchup. I mean, Cameron Smotherman, when he was in Fury, he was knocking guys out left and right, putting great
Oh yeah.
performance. You're going in there, you're knocking guys out left and right. You're always looking for the finish. Initially, do you see any world where this goes the distance? Do you think this is for sure someone's getting knocked out?
I'm gonna go out there and outclass him. I'm just gonna show levels to the game, and whether I get my finish or he survives 15 minutes, my hand's gonna get raised at the end of the night. And only only one man's gonna be remembered. There's a legendary fight. Only one person's gonna be remembered that night, and that's the winner. So someone's someone's going down for sure, even if it goes off 15 minutes.
Another very interesting thing about this contest is the timing of where we are in the year right now is going to be middle of July when you fight. If you get a big win, 6-0, just knocked off a guy straight from the UFC. There's a show starring Tuesday night in August called the Dana White Contender Series. It goes for about 10 weeks. With a big win over Smotherman, do you think you're on this season?
I can give a fuck less. Bro, sign me ASAP. Like, put me on a short notice the week after the fight. I'll go fight on that card out there in Vegas, wherever they're gonna have it. Call me up, I'll be ready. Like, contenders, yeah, cool. All right, fuck it. I mean, I'll take it, but call me up ASAP. You gotta fall out. Call me up.
One thing about
I
you,
sh-
go
hmm?
on. You're a very confident individual, and for great reason. But one thing, when you watch you fight, you're very calm and composed. For you, do you feel that fighting is more mental than physical?
Yeah, I mean, of course it's both. I mean, you see two men fucking swinging it out, you know, but there's a big mental part in it, like a big mental part in it. You gotta you gotta be in love with what you do, and a lot of people they you can't just love the highs. You gotta love the highs and the lows. A lot of people shy away when it's the lows, you know, and me, I feel like, bro. I mean, maybe I am counted out in this fight by the fans. They think he's. I mean, I seen comments big jump up in competition for me, and it is, but I mean, I've been asking for a fight like this since I was 2-0. I've never said no to anyone that they've offered me, and yeah, man, I
You
just know
know,
it's gonna be a good. What's up?
for you, what's the ultimate goal? What are you looking to accomplish in the sport?
Of course, like the legacy, you know I wanna like at least be double champ UFC, if I can triple champ, but for sure get this done, and then pack my shit up, go buy a fucking island, private in Mexico or some shit, and live the dream. Live the fucking dream. That's it. That's it. That's the whole plan right here. Make a lot of fucking money doing what I love.
Another guy from Texas right now who's on a roll, obviously, Josh Van in the 125 division. 24 years old, already champion, already defended it once. Do you feel like you could be on a similar trajectory to a guy like that?
Dude, I train with Josh. Um and I mean, whenever I stopped going to school and just trained full time before my amateur debut, that's who I was training with. So I was like, shit, I'm gonna be on the Eric Garcia would call it the Josh Van plan, you know, run through Fury, and then fucking go to the UFC, run through UFC, and get belted.
Absolutely.
So I guess you could say that, you know. I mean, when I get to the UFC, I'm definitely gonna cause I mean, bro, look at all my fights there, back to back to back to back, like every single one of them. So when I get to the UFC, it's not gonna be a major slowdown, but maybe like 2 months, 3 months in between each fight, not month after month. No more, no more. Once I'm in the UFC, I'm getting paid enough at that point.
Absolutely. When you look at the champs in the last 10, 15 years, we've seen some young UFC champions. You're only 19 years old. The youngest champion in UFC history was John Jones, who did at 23 years old. Is that a goal of yours?
Like to be youngest champ?
Yeah.
I mean, of course, if that comes, then the sooner the better. You know what I mean? The sooner the better, because like I said, once I'm done, I'm gone. I'm out of here. So I hope it comes soon. I think if I really put my mind towards being the youngest UFC champion, and I mean I think I could do that at 22, maybe. Maybe if I get signed right after this fight, 21. But for sure 22, maybe 23. You know, I could do it if I put my mind to like just become fastest UFC champion. I mean, shit. We'll see.
There you go. All right, Jay, last question for me, my friend. In a perfect world, what is the outcome July 19th when you fight Fury FC 121 against Cameron Smotherman?
A nasty finish and fucking a FaceTime with Sean Shelby telling me I'm in next week. He needs me on short notice. That's what I want that night. And then everyone to buy me fucking hella tequila shots in the crowd.
There you go. Well, Jay, man, thank you so much for taking time out of fight camp. I know the fight's coming up. Awesome opportunity for you, brother. I wish you nothing but the best, man.
Hell yeah, brother. I appreciate you.
Absolutely. That's it for us, Dan. Carl Peruzzi. It's Mr. Jay Aldarete. You can watch him. Fury FC 121. Take out Cameron Smotherman. Don't blink. Fight fans. It's going to be fun. Take care.